Greetings, peoples. Welcome to the Soul Grinder from the cold and cold parts of our rooms, stuck in quarantine. Um, how has the quarantine?
You know what I'm really craving right now?
Yes.
Like a delicious barbecued noose.
Smoked rope.
Yes.
So you can feel the fumes, the flavor as you're choking yourself to death. Yeah, I could use some of that too. It's been pretty rough.
I want a sushi. Oh,
Make a sushi. So, salmon and rice, and that's about it.
This facts.
No, it's like, has anybody just like wanted to just walk outside at like nighttime just to see what happens? Did that occur to you guys yet?
Well, yeah, but the consequences always.
I do that all the time.
Back from doing it.
You're in Canada. You don't count. No. It's mainly getting a bit. Holy shit! Aziz has been spamming us with dabs in the comments. What the hell did that come from? Oh, we're being graded.
By what, 2 people?
I mean, it's been happening on the fucking server, right? Like,
yeah, you're getting famous.
Two people. Honestly, give me context. Why do people raid, and why would they raid a server as small as ours?
Bored people. It's that simple. You know, you never saw it at all.
No, because I've noticed they all jump in. I tell them welcome, but they wait till we start talking, or even start talking, and then they start posting excitedly, like, yeah, they're here now. Click, guys, click, post. I don't get it. And then they get banned. It's not like the process is particularly annoying. Discord, you ban them, and then like, would you like to delete all their messages? And you're like, yes, and that's it. Their influence is wiped out. What's the point?
Well, again, bored people. That's what quarantine does to you.
I mean, fair enough. There is one thing I like to discuss, and that's the only thing that happened this week of relevance in the internet, which is that Idubbbz released a video about his girlfriend getting an OnlyFans account, and then Leafy sending a video after that. And I don't know.
Leafy went back from the dead. Like, dude, honestly, I think the biggest joke in this whole thing is Leafy. Like, you've been dead for 2 years after Idubbbz destroyed your channel, and then you waited for the second that he slipped, and then you came back with a video. Like, and you called it Idubbbz. It's like,
it wasn't even.
It's like way to go for proving Idubbbz when he called you a fucking coward and a pussy. Like, way to do it. Like, it's so beautiful.
YouTube still sucks.
No. Here's the thing. Like, I don't get why people are angry at Idubbbz to begin with. I mean,
PewDiePie explained it well. He's like, I agree with Idubbbz that these people are overreacting, and the whole deal with you betrayed us. He's like, because the style of Idubbbz, this kind of edgy, ironic comedy, is usually associated with people who have more conservative political views. So what he did was very anti-conservative. So people got politics into it. That's why you betrayed us,
But it's Idubbbz.
How can you take that guy seriously, right?
No, how can a conservative eat, pubes and hair cake on live television or live YouTube, And how is that conservative? How does that embody conservative values?
I mean, personally,
I
from
don't
what I've seen, with my friends and
And
shit,
you wonder why I no longer have respect for conservatives.
No, I don't think it's conservatism. I think it's people who idealized an asshole who doesn't give a fuck and thought he was something.
Dude, politics do play a role here. But it's not conservatives, it's anti-liberals, you know? And holy hell, you actually impersonated one of the liberal memes we make, which is, oh, you're a fucking cuck, you're a fucking simp. How dare you be on our team, which is the anti-SJWs, while at the same time doing an SJW thing. It's like that. Like that's why you don't have kids in your fan base. Like I'm not even talking about the validity of what he did or the morals of what he did. I'm talking about the reaction of people. Like. Don't you have a plague? Don't you have a fucking epidemic to worry about? Don't you have like a fucking grandpa that might die any second? Like, please. It is funny, honestly.
Yasha, you wanted to say something?
I don't know. From what I've seen with my friends, is the ones that aren't just memeing about it. It's just that Idubbbz's counter argument is so weak, especially compared to the stuff he usually does. And like, it's like someone, all my friends just said, "No, we don't buy this crap. It's tergia, as they say."
Well, what is his counter argument?
Everything.
His only solid argument is I don't care. But then he used a lot of other stuff, like he said that he was always in support of that particular industry, and just like brought three reactions to his girlfriend doing stuff, and a lot of it is like, okay, I'm not a cool person, I'm not an idol you have to follow, so don't. And honestly, I don't find any flaws in his argument. They're weak, sure, but I don't get why people are angry, and I don't get why they're overreacting. And I think the only reason they're overreacting is because they really hate his girlfriend. That's what the videos I've watched implied. That, you know, most people don't like his girlfriend, and they think she's bad for him, and they like Idubbbz, they hate his girlfriend, and so they're edgy. So anything his girlfriend does or will do, people will not be in support for, and her getting an OnlyFans only legitimized how she's not good for she legitimized her poor compatibility with Idubbbz, according to them.
Like to me, when it comes to people who say that his argument wasn't that strong, like Yasha said, tergia is to say, here's my problem with that. Just looking at it objectively. Now let's look at Trillian. Let's imagine Trillian marries a fine young woman, and let's say she's a doctor or she's a lawyer, and then someone comes to him and be like, see, in a past stream, you said women cannot be doctors. You know, like, I don't think like the counter argument to Idubbbz's argument is an argument. Like, Idubbbz has never claimed that he's objective or he's not satire. Like, him criticizing that industry is not an argument against him. He can still do whatever he wants. So, logically, just objectively, I don't see the argument here. Honestly, like Trillian said, it all boils down to him saying, I don't care, which, what can you say after that? He doesn't care. It's his life.
Curious, I did not watch the Leafy response because, clicking on a Leafy video is not something that I'm looking forward to in life. So
90% of the video is just Idubbbz's video. The only thing he said was, "You're a cuck." That's his response.
It was like a clip from Idubbbz's video like 20 seconds, and then Leafy saying, "You're a cuck, dude," and then the video ends.
No, you have to
21
put the
seconds.
outro that just says YouTube still sucks to justify why he doesn't.
Yeah, and
like it.
that.
Oh, so he didn't he didn't make a grand return. He's more like, eh.
But no, actually no, because Keemstar tweeted that he actually might host Leafy to talk about Idubbbz. So he's gonna go to Keemstar.
Here's a thing from Darkrai, is like history repeats itself when the base of empires falling and rising. I don't think this will touch Idubbbz though. What? He'll lose like 10 subs, and then he'll release his next content cup, which he's working on, and then everybody will be like, "Oh, the king is back, lol." Yeah, no. People are
Dude,
stuck
funny
in their
enough-
homes. Yeah.
I mean,
Dude, my funniest comment ever is by Pewdiwpie. He said the only problem with this is the timing, because this shit happened at the time that the simp meme was popular.
Oh, so it's he responded at the wrong time.
No, it happened at the wrong time. His girlfriend announced her OnlyFans account at the wrong time.
I mean, if you want to.
But yeah, like you said, a lot of people, honestly, the best arguments, just from a logical standpoint, are the people who say her OnlyFans account is the least of the problems with her. Like, she bullied people, she stole art, she did this, she did that. So, like you said, she's bad for you. That's like the. To me, that's at least the argument that has the most logical merit.
No, I get
Like,
the
besides
people that like.
opinions, you can have any opinion about Idubbbz. You can call him whatever you want, but if you want to have a logical argument, this is the most solid one.
Yeah, that's why when I went, I told you that like the problem the fan base has is not the OnlyFans account. It's the bitch itself. You know.
Itself.
It is the thought. You know.
It's the thought that counts.
Yeah, exactly. That's what people have a problem with. And Gawandi Man, you asked, let's talk about e-renting or e-girl renting. I don't know what you mean, so give me more context. Are you talking about things we've covered in the past, like websites that, play with your girlfriend, or hire a gamer girl to play with you video games? $50 for a CS:GO match, lol. I specialize in League of Legends, and I can talk real good. I can boost your account, or more relevant, you boost mine. You pay me to boost my account.
I can boost your account, your popularity, and other things.
And you get to tell all your friends that you did this, and maybe recommend me.
Well,
yeah.
I think Idubbbz is somewhat fed up with the character he made himself on the internet. Like his whole shtick with roasting people, content cups and Kickstarter crap. I feel it's pretty clear he doesn't want to do that anymore. He's more into doing his
honestly,
animal rescues.
I mean,
that could
fed
be-
up.
honestly, there is a
That's fair.
factor about what content was he putting out there and how did the fans see him. Again, the content he put was very satire. What did the fans see him as? As the edgy guy who's against SJWs. They added politics into it, whether they admit it or not. It became this team and that team. And a lot of people say, oh, it's hypocritical what he did, and then and he keeps doing Content Cup. Yeah, well, keep in mind, the Content Cup, all the stuff he does is not about people's personal lives. It's about shit they did either to their fans or to other people, or all of that. I don't see it as hypocritical, because whatever happened with Idubbbz wasn't like something he did to someone else. It was just a matter of his personal life, you know.
Yeah,
I don't buy it.
people. No,
I
people
don't
are,
buy that age.
no, people are doing like that thing where somebody says something online and they immediately add them to their team, whoever it is, and that's it. If somebody goes out of character, as people are wont to do, they're like, "Oh, you were the chosen one," you know. You
Yeah.
were supposed to save the republic. And, no, I'm just a guy on the internet clowning for money, like the rest of them, an entertainer.
Just like what happened to that guy, that fat guy Boogie something. People
No,
turned
Uh,
Boogie
into
had a messed up route, like fucking rise and fall.
Who's that?
The fat boy.
Oh, the guy,
Number,
who
number, number.
who does Star Wars and then falls on his face and it's funny.
No, not that guy.
Not that guy. And then which other fat
the
guy? I
other
only
fat
know
guy.
which one. What does he do?
The old one, the one that rages, the one that I
The
think that
German
got
guy
his
who breaks
export.
keyboards.
No, not the German. What German
Oh.
guy?
Wait, are you talking about what's his name? Isn't it John Tron? That sounds like
For
John Tron.
God's
I don't
sake,
know.
it's Boogie! Okay, what
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know who
Boogie.
Boogie is.
Okay. I didn't
the
hear you.
fuck? Yeah, you can't hear us, man.
Boogie.
Okay, context. Give me context.
Oh,
Well, with Boogeyman, like the fan base turned their back on him for changing and evolving to different content, and I assume that's
And-
what's happening with Shisma, Idubbbz right now. I agree with Shisma, with Ma, and what he said about him being fed up with the content, and I think he's looking for any escape route to be like, yeah, I'm not gonna do this shit anymore.
Well,
Keep in mind, the fall of Boogie was less about the content he was making, more about his personality.
yeah.
He started dropping character and showing that his real personality is really insecure and whatnot, and too apologetic over everything, and he constantly makes videos just to explain himself, and people just didn't want to watch that.
Yeah, but the
Also, like
similarity
he
is
was
that
involved in
changed.
some scandal or something.
yeah, I'm blind here. I can't say anything.
The point is that change. That's what both of them have in common, in my opinion.
I mean, PewDiePie pulled it out, so why couldn't they?
Dude, no, I don't think it's rare. Don't use him as an example.
Yeah, like PewDiePie. Yani, I don't like that guy because for the shit that he can get away with. I bet he can get away with murder, and it's fine. There is something special about him. I cannot put my finger on it, but yeah.
It's the 10-year-old army. He brofist. I don't get it either.
No,
To be fair, his Minecraft series is pretty good.
Honestly, the thing about PewDiePie is that honestly, I think the reason for his success is that he minimizes the performance aspect. Like, he doesn't perform a persona or something. If he doesn't like something, he'll say it.
But isn't he like it's?
Well, he
it's,
does. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, exactly. He does.
He performs on a small scale basis. He doesn't try to like fool people by it. And one thing about PewDiePie, he honestly didn't want to grow. He honestly didn't want to go.
I mean, what that means is that he got success, or most of his success, when he became a personality-based channel, which
Suffering from
he
success, huh?
it was easy for him to do because he, like he said, he didn't care about success so much. So when he switched from being a gamer boy to just doing whatever shit he wanted, he lost some of his fan base initially, but got way more than it in the long run. That's how he pulled it off.
But someone like PewDiePie can afford it. Literally. And other YouTubers not really on the same level. So if change is to be made, it has to be calculated.
No, is it generally because like personality-based channels are hard to pull off in this current YouTube because most people want specialized content, and so when somebody switches out from a content-based channel to a personality-based channel because they want to goof off and do their thing and not be stuck in the same stagnant system, people just don't want that because they didn't care about the personality, they cared about the content more. Is
I
this
see it,
or
I would put the blame of that on the YouTubers and the users. Because nowadays we have Netflix, we have Hulu, and we have Amazon Prime, the video service thing.
Don't forget
And,
Disney Plus.
Yeah, and that too. So that's
Actually-
giving us more well-written or constant episodes and whatnot, things like that. So people want that on YouTube too. If you break out of persona, nobody wants to see that.
Okay,
Actually,
think
I'm
Joji, for
gonna-
example. He pulled it off.
No, he
He is
did. He did. He pulled it off, but on a different platform, dude.
That's fine. I mean, still pulling it off, my opinion. Like, what I consider pulling it off is that you got famous for one thing that you're not really passionate about anymore, and the thing that is your true passion, you find success in it when you change to it. So, be it becoming a different type of YouTube channel or
Yeah,
different type of artist altogether.
but is Joji as a musician as successful as he was as a YouTuber?
No, I don't
Probably
think I don't think Joji counts for one reason. Because I think he left, he didn't change, and that's different
Yeah,
from
he left
changing.
on a completely different platform. And honestly, it seems like his music has a cult following more than a fan base that his YouTube had. Like on YouTube, everybody knows fucking Filthy Frank, but his music right now, it's a cult following. By the way, did you know that this? But actually, I want to give Trillion a boner, which is a theory I have about the success of PewDiePie.
Okay.
Is that it's actually archetypal.
Okay. Go on.
PewDiePie from his beginning to this day has been in circumstances that kept his archetype of the underdog. He began by being, your friendly neighborhood YouTuber who screams and being goofy. He championed the underdog. He personified that. Once he got successful a little bit, it became the YouTubers and the gaming channels, which the gaming basically wasn't that strong on YouTube, but he championed that. It became the underdog of the gamers as opposed to other content. Once he got successful a bit more, switched his formula, it became the underdog of not being fake, just being yourself. And then what really put the nail in the coffin is his fight with the T-Series. A lot of people were involved with it because it was the underdog YouTuber who's independent versus a big corporation. And then with the apocalypse, it became the people, who speak their minds versus, the big corporation that is YouTube. Every fucking stop in PewDiePie's journey has been the underdog stereotype.
There is one thing you forgot, which is the period between his transition from a gamer to a personality-based channel. It's when all mass media, like the classical media, started attacking PewDiePie as the symbol of YouTube, and it was back when the corporations weren't quite in YouTube yet, and so they would interview PewDiePie, but they would belittle him in their interviews, and they would put him on magazines. But in all the magazines, all the celebrities would be towering. But the way they put the Pewds in their magazine would be like in a kind of condescending, mocking way. And the internet noticed that, and they all flocked behind PewDiePie's banner because everybody was from the outside was attacking us by attacking him. So we need to band with him, and that added to his growth. So yeah, I can agree with that. I can see where you're coming
and he
from.
wasn't like edgy content oppositional. Nor was he ever in his career has been seen as a charming figure. It's always goofy, your friendly neighborhood YouTuber, and an underdog, which a lot of people relate to. And he kept it consistent. No matter what situation happened, he was an underdog in that situation.
Yeah, that is fair enough. I never was a fan of PewDiePie's content. I mean, his Minecraft series is pretty good, but like anything else, I can't watch. Not his meme reviews. I can barely get through his Minecraft channel with him randomly spouting out random gibberish in Japanese and saying gamers 20,000 times. But I recognize his importance to the platform, especially when YouTube decided to cuck him out of their yearly event. What is it called? The YouTube Awards or the YouTube Rewind? Yeah, there we go. Getting him out of Rewind and not getting him back was the worst mistake they're doing, and that they keep doing for the rest of their lives. PewDiePie should have always been the center of that thing.
Mm-hmm. And honestly, given that theory that I just proposed, it means that every single bad situation PewDiePie has been under has actually been to his advantage.
Yeah, it's a 10-year-old army. It's too strong. They're too passionate.
It's 9-year-olds.
Dude, subscribe to PewDiePie. Reach Kuwait. There was a sign, subscribe to PewDiePie, all the way here. In a place where YouTube is unknown. What is YouTube? For the masses. People put sub to PewDiePie. So if it reached here, God knows how big it is elsewhere. How many Chinese subs did he get? That's the real question. And it was a cultural phenomenon, and the people keep undermining him, which encourages more YouTubers to actually make videos to tell their subs to support PewDiePie, because supporting him means they're being supported as well.
It's supporting the underdogs, the platform, versus the corporations.
Yeah, it's the authoritarian versus the libertarian. The libertarians of YouTube are flocking together. Yes, I turned to political. Idubbbz is libertarian, and that's why he shouldn't have let his girlfriend do whatever the fuck she wants.
Actually, the stereotype about libertarians is that they'll let other people fuck their girlfriend. Well, technically libertarian left, which is anarchist.
Yeah, I don't. Well, it's like the comment section said in the Idubbbz video. She's not your girlfriend anymore. She's our girlfriend now. So see, these are the comments. This is how I would have wanted the reaction to Idubbbz video be like.
Fuck the Idubbbz situation. I can't wait for Leafy to embarrass himself yet again.
He already did.
Hold on.
No, he still will. He still will. He's going to
you're waiting for
drama
the ultimate one. For the yet ultimate embarrassment. Huh?
Yeah.
How can I say I'm excited for a drama alert episode? I can't believe I'm saying that.
You're right.
So
look a little bit to the side عشان خشمك so your nose don't
so like this. Oh wait.
Yeah, yep. Oh hey Leafy.
Hey guys, Leafy is here. I'm back. Have you seen his face?
30-year-old man.
He's a 30-year-old man. He lets people watch his girlfriend's push.
By the way, I look like an anime character.
Where has he been all this time? What is he doing? Like, is he pursuing a doctorate or something we don't know about?
Drugs, I assume. Just like how his mom.
The only activity he had in like 2 years was putting his brother's channel in the recommended channels on his account. That's all he did.
Dude, it's ironic that his name is LeafyIsHere and he wasn't here for 2 years. What? I find that difficult.
You can convert that joke. You can convert that joke into a boomer cartoon, like a husband telling his wife while she's raging.
Fuck off! I thought it was clever. No, here's the thing. Couldn't he have used the Idubbbz situation to actually boost himself up instead of down?
He could have, but he didn't. So.
No, he will. I think he will, because he's a coward, and the only reason that he left, I think it's because his cool reputation got tarnished. So if he gets a chance to kick Idubbbz while he's down, it might boost him up. I think he might come back if that happens.
Will that happen though? You know what? I wanna look up the Leafy video and I wanna read the comments just to see if people are they pulling "Ooh, the legend is back," or are they pulling "Oh, look, the idiot is back"? Like, which I assume
What's legend?
I hope it's the
What's
latter.
legend?
You don't know YouTube comment sections. They do anything. You know, they flock behind any bitch.
While we're talking about Leafy, can we please address Fainted?
Who's fainted?
Fainted is a guy. It's a YouTube channel. And that guy, he has a series, which is How's Twitter Free, which posts like funny Twitter clips. But here's the thing. He dresses like Leafy. He looks like Leafy. He sounds like Leafy. He built a persona around himself that mimics Leafy. And his style of comedy is like Leafy. And it's the cringiest shit ever.
I don't know.
Seriously,
why are
nobody
these
knows.
channels still around?
Nope.
Commentary as a general is a dying genre, and I'm glad it is this way. It's not that good of a genre.
I can hardly even call that.
It was an era. It was an era. And now it's over.
I don't know. But yeah, moving on from the Idubbbz and the Leafys, I do have an interesting. I've been doing my Corona research because I'm bored, right? I'm just following up on the medical literature because why
Here
not?
comes
right?
Alex Jones.
No.
A mask that came from space.
No. Okay, maybe. No conspiracy. This will actually be in support of you Bernie bros out there.
Okay, Puma.
Apparently, chloroquine and hydrochloroquine is a popular suggested potential drug to counteract the effects of the coronavirus. And Elon Musk said it, and then Trump said it, and then people are like everywhere are like, "Oh, this worked." And so people are doing tests, and scientists are very hopeful. But one particular article spilled it very, very effectively in a medical journal or a pharmaceutical journal, which is that this drug is a malaria drug that's existed for like 40 years now, and it's a general drug. There's no patent on it, nothing, which means that there is no profit to actually producing it and selling it. And a lot of pharmaceuticals are looking around and they're like, we kind of don't want to produce that. And this may affect the rep that this drug is having, because there's a lot of people coming out saying, no, Trump is an idiot. it killed a man or something, and it didn't, or it's just a lot of it became very politicized, and the reason people think it got politicized is because the pharmaceuticals do not want hydrochloroquine and chloroquine to be a valid cure, because if that happens, there is no actual financial benefit to the pharmaceuticals.
That doesn't make sense. Why don't they patent it? Just add sodium to it and say it's a special formula that works with corona, and that's it. You have the legal.
How is a medicine that is suggested to be able to cure an epidemic, an ongoing epidemic, be not profitable?
Because it's already a generic
drug. Because they can't jack up the prices. How much people are gonna pay per pill, and can you take it to 200%?
Basically, it's a generic drug which is pretty abundant in the world. So you're gonna need to produce more, but the prices, you can't jack them up because you don't have a monopoly on it. The second you admit that hydrochloroquine or chloroquine is a valid treatment to the virus, even if you add sodium, like Sir Fancy said, and patent that. Yeah, it was him. Yeah. You all sound the same to me, anyways, they still will find difficulty in actually making profit of it, because if you jack up the prices, nobody will buy your stuff and will just buy the generic drug, and the price of the generic drug will rise up, but that won't benefit you as the producer or the manufacturer. So they don't see any financial benefit, so they're probably looking for other cures that they can synthesize and monopolize and then patent and sell.
But the good news is that there is something out there.
That is good news, and not a lot of people are listening to the media on this one. A lot of people are like, you know what, just go. Like a lot of medical consultants are like, you know what, just call your medical consultant, whoever he is. Tell him if you can take the drug based on what you have, because like any drug you take, you need to have an actual medical consultant consulting to get it. And for most people, this drug is harmless. So even if you take it, or nothing will happen is the minimum response. Either something good will happen or nothing will happen. There's nothing that will actually harm you. And according to tests, 10 milligrams 10 milligrams is enough to counteract the coronavirus symptoms effectively. And it's a matter of testing it to see whether it's universal and what cases in particular should avoid using it. And live testing is already going on. It's not like people are listening to the media, but it's clear that there is an aggressive move because of its abundance.
Mm-hmm. So you're telling me is that yet another thing came out of Africa?
I'm not sure it's No, actually, this time
it's a malaria medicine.
No, actually, it's a South American drug. They got like ancient tribes used it.
Also, Africa too.
Africa too. Yeah. Yes, Africa 2.0. So, it's gonna be one of these places. Of course, it's gonna be right. But yeah, it seems like vaccines are a year away, and the treatment is maybe 2 to 3 months away.
That's what they are waiting for. The pharmaceuticals, vaccines. I assume it's better because you can sell that shit to the government itself, and the government will have to distribute it to the hospitals.
To the hospitals and all that, yeah. But it's a year away. It's nowhere
like that.
It's nowhere close.
Vaccines will take long as time, but a pill, I mean, it's right over there. It's right over here.
Yep. Still, the coronavirus doesn't seem to be a part of particular danger, globally speaking. It's a matter of flattening the curve, as Boris Johnson is wont to say. That is one funny thing. Boris Johnson got the coronavirus, and so the NHS got him in, so he gets treated, and everybody's like, "Oh, he cut in line! How dare he?" And I'm like, "He's Prime Minister. What is wrong
If
with
he
you
di-
people?
I mean,
If he dies, it's a national security thing. What will happen if you die, Deborah?
No, he should. The prime minister shouldn't cut in line, man. We shouldn't have left the EU. Do you know actually coronavirus is that's why we should return to the European Union. Did you see that article? Did you see that piece of stupidity? Anything, right? Anything, a cat walked past me. Maybe we should go back to the EU. Shut the fuck up. You left. It was a good move. Look at Europe right now. They're closing borders on themselves.
Dude, it's like that X they can't let go of.
Yes. What was it, Fancy?
They would have had to support Italy and what is it? I think Italy and Spain are in shit right now, صح?
I don't know about Spain, but Italy's definitely in the shits.
And that would have been an extra unnecessary money.
They would have followed. They wouldn't have been able to do their own response to the thing. And again, dude, I can't get over the fact that the reason Italy got infected is because of a campaign, hug a Chinese, anti-racism.
What I heard is that Italy and Spain got fucked together because of the Champions League game.
Oh, so hug a Chinese Italy, and then Italy brought it to fucking Spain, huh? Okay. God damn it, football fans.
Sports, I know that it would kill someone.
Yes,
More than it
yes,
already did.
Nicky Bean. Corona is a punishment by God for turning our back on him. Yes,
Facts,
that's why
that is facts.
religious heads get infected all over the world.
They are the corrupt ones.
People took
Sick
this
fans.
statement and shifted so many times.
Oh yes.
It was good because they killed the Muslims. And then good, God is punishing the Shia.
Yes,
No, be what is it? A patriot and stay at home.
no, now it's God is testing us because He's not punishing us. When it's us, we're being tested. If it's somebody else, they're being punished. It's the classic. It's the classic. I love it. I love the religious people.
Why can't
when
we
they
accept that we're gonna fail any test God gives us?
I think it's too late.
Era of degenerates. I swear.
I think it's too late for us. The internet came out and it's like, there isn't much else to do. We're at the end times, people.
Honestly, the internet is overreacting, dude. Fucking children.
Yeah.
It's like I wish for an actual plague.
An actual plague, the Black Death.
Like I want to see the reactions. I want to see them saying, "Oh, it's doomsday! It's doomsday! It's 2020. Next month, Godzilla will come. This year is bad." Like, shut the fuck, dude. Corona is a first world disease. I swear.
I mean, look at India, right? They're hitting everybody with sticks so they stay inside, and it's worked. As big as India is, hitting them with sticks works. I love seeing everybody's, like, every nation's response, and I think Putin's my favorite.
Oh, Putin's. Oh,
Oh yes.
Full on anti-radiation suit, just in case. Just sitting in meetings.
it's the best.
Dude, it tells me one thing. He doesn't trust his cabinet. He gives
No,
that
he
vibe, and he proved it right now.
No, it tells me one thing. He knows that he's too valuable to die right now.
Dude, what it proved to me is, like, how many people looked at Putin funny or sneezed at the wrong time that disappeared. That's what it's telling me. At some point he banned memes from Russia because they started memeing him. He stopped doing that when he realized it was good PR, but the initial reaction was ban memes from Russia, and they memed that. He pulled the Xi Jinping, you know, with the Winnie the Pooh.
Winnie the Pooh, yeah. Ugh,
Oh, China's amazing.
isn't it?
Um,
When it's
what I
cheap.
also love is
Dude, I finally like China. This is China at its best, with death, destruction, and humility. It's beautiful. I love China now.
humility, not quite, but the rest, yeah. But that's what I despise about the Chinese. Not the Chinese government, but the Chinese. Perfect time for rebellion. And instead, they all got home. It was like, please, China, don't take us. Don't take us. That's what they did. That's subservient.
You want to get
people.
fucking corona in the fucking protest?
Dude, get corona and kill the Chinese regime. Perfect.
Yeah, not
what I
everybody's
would-
France, dude.
I mean, fair enough. It takes a European to do that, but still, my point is those peoples are too
It
subservient.
doesn't
to
take
their
a
governments.
European to do that. It doesn't take a European to do that. It takes a pope to cause that.
It takes a pope. No. Europeans have that thing
No,
in
because
their blood.
here's
You know?
the deal. The average Chinese citizen has a lot to lose. During the French Revolution, the average French citizen had nothing to lose. China didn't push them to the level of having nothing to lose anymore.
I mean, there are, I think, 12 million Chinese that are banned from travel because of the current social credit system. Don't
Yeah,
they have
12
anything
China
to
to
lose?
12 million in China. That's like what, 0.5% of the population?
Fair point.
Not
Fair-
even.
Dude, they're gonna take away their dog markets. All right, this is a
No,
disaster.
dude, they already did, and to me, that's the best thing ever. Funny enough, did you know? Do you have a fun fact? Did you know that the World Health Organization warned for like 20, I think, or
Yes,
30
yeah,
years
I looked that
that
up.
a plague will come, and it will come from China, and it will come from the slaughterhouses. Be careful.
Yeah, they
And
Bismarck
now
that
they,
shit.
they,
and,
they, they closed. Yeah,
Yep.
and now they closed the told
Well,
you,
I mean,
China's being humbled, and that's good.
The Chinese did a great job spreading awareness.
yeah, about hygiene. Yeah, dude, the hygiene of the world will evolve from this. You know, that's
But no,
that's
seriously, I think the Chinese government have sent those Chinese people that we see on videos to spit and sneeze on fruits and like supermarkets and populated places.
well. Where do you think the Hug a Chinese thing came from? No, seriously. Like the Hug a Chinese thing was PR done by China-friendly media circles. So probably they want what China wanted is like, okay, if we're gonna get the virus, everybody gets the virus.
Do you know what I love about Corona?
Yeah.
It exactly gives you the image of what happens if a nuclear attack was ever going to happen, because both China and the United States are the top two most affected countries, and it tells me that with Corona that United States try to make people know that it came from China and it destroyed their economy. And the Chinese reply was send as much Chinese as you can to spit and
Yeah,
sneeze
just
on
to-
people to to
Yeah,
spread
to
it.
do their patriotic duty. Yes.
And both they both destroyed each other, and that's I love it. I love it.
No, personally, my favorite thing about the coronavirus is that it proved that every system we've built since World War II is a fragile, pointless system. And I looked up at a market analysis, and the economy channel that I looked at on YouTube said this one thing. He's like, there will be a recession due to this current circumstance, but keep this in mind. It's not Corona that did it. It's the last 5 years of mistakes. We just found a scapegoat to blame. So every company in the world will use it as a bailout for their economic failure. So they're going to use Corona as an excuse for the recession that's going to happen. When in truth, it's everybody just making horrible decisions and over borrowing and over investing in things that they shouldn't over invest in because they want to beat Amazon or counter Amazon. And they
Dude,
can't.
you know what's my favorite thing about Corona?
Yeah.
I want you to just imagine how clean and shitless the streets of Mumbai are right now.
Oh, dude, I gotta look this up.
Dude, you can see this shit in Google Maps. Just go.
Google images, just go Google Maps.
Okay, Mumbai streets post-corona. Let's take a look. Please, show me miracles. Oh, no, there's still people. Never mind. Oh, no. Okay. Found one. Okay, let me share it. This is a historic moment. Something managed. Where is it? Look at this. Impossible. Look, there's no one. It's just, where are the sticks?
No need for sticks. People are not there.
Where is it? Holy shit, why do they all look the same but different? You know when you have like a video game and all the NPCs have the same face but different clothing? Well, yeah, praise be to the coronavirus. I still argue this is the best year we've had in a long time, even with the coronavirus.
Yeah, like leave all depression aside and being in home. It's not bad. It is not bad.
Dude, honestly, even the staying home thing, I think it's good for us, generally, because it gives people the ability to reset out of old habits, if they're smart enough, and it shows people their own mettle. And I think our society has been growing a bit too comfortable.
Yep.
And we needed a shakeup, and this is a good shakeup. Especially talking about, yeah, I was referring to Kuwait in this particular circumstance, but it's not exclusive towards it. You know, it reminds people that first world problems aren't as important as just regular fucking problems.
Like food.
Like food.
You know what really
paper.
confuses me about the coronavirus?
Yeah?
Like, you know that deal with social distancing? That if you're walking in public, you need to have 6 feet between you and the person next to you.
Yeah.
How would China implement that? You know how many people they have? Like, if they implement that, Chinese people would reach Croatia. Just spread on the map. Like, how? You have too many people.
I think they started introducing vertical housing. Like, they built platforms. 6 feet platforms. They Minecrafted that shit. Just put them on the top of each other.
And then just destroy the middle part so it floats in the air.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. Right. So, effective social distancing.
But wait. Before we segue even more.
Yes.
The Kuwaiti problem is a problem with food. Like we have a mini epidemic of we don't have enough garlics and onions.
God forbid.
No.
I know someone who's happy right now.
Hamoud,
Yes.
Yeah.
Hamoud, where you at?
But there are citizens who found a solution for that. Just don't feed anyone who isn't Kuwaiti. In fact, we will make a fundraiser to get money, okay, to send them back to their countries. That is what I've been seeing for the past week. And there is how much money now already?
Well, 11 million?
Did they reach
Dude, I imagine them discussing this plan in secret, and they call it Operation Safa.
Operation Al Hashim. Somebody sleep
what
at night.
does Safa mean in English? Purification.
Purification.
Cleansing.
Seed oil.
Seek oil. See, that's where Hitler did not go to
that's the
Argentina. Hitler
dystopian
came to
future.
Kuwait.
Now that's the dystopian future I want to see, just for the memes.
Dude, I would love to see like the immigrants leave, okay? And then us looking at the shit that they used to run, and they're like, okay, what the fuck do we do now? Come back, guys. We don't know what to do.
They pulled out statistics and said that we only need around I think either 70 or 700,000 expats, but we have almost 3 million. So
Yeah, but
if we cleanse out the rest, we will be fine.
Dude, the only reason
But
cleansing,
each expat would have how many jobs? Because I know the Kuwaitis wouldn't care about that.
One job, I guess.
Just think about the hospitals and the hospital staffing.
Dude, 50% of the expats occupy Talabat and Karaj. Like, there is a demand.
oh yes.
The country starves officially. Like that's what happened.
No, dude, there's only one reason I'd be in support of this is because I would love to see the roads less crowded.
Oh, the roads will be less crowded.
Yeah,
Isn't that the
that's-
whole point? Why they do tasfirat and shit to get the roads less crowded?
I don't know at this point. I think
It's
they
not
don't know what
just
they're.
there
Yeah.
are expats that do not do anything. They work as a muqawil one day, then as a delivery guy the next day, then as something else afterward.
You can't talk down hustle, and you know why. You're not allowed to do that.
Yeah, like those people are the problem, and
Wait, did the host fucking leave?
I guess it's just me. So how are you, Mr. Arisan?
You come here often?
I do come here. much
Okay,
often.
guys, I have to declare we have officially took over this channel. This isn't a drill. This is a coup.
This is the Arisan
Welcome.
grinder.
I'm your new host. Okay, so this channel from now on, we will discuss all the new personas. There is Corona Chan. What about yourself, Fancy? Since you're my co-host.
Yes. Today on the agenda we have a lot of things to talk about. So how can we express our persona nowadays if we can't see each other?
How do you express your? That is a good question. You can always do animal sounds. You see, like it's the magic of the uwu, because depends on how you say it. I can tell your species. So if you say uwu, you're a fox. I won't discuss the stereotype of the fox when it comes to furry stuff. But if you say uwu, you're a wolf. You're an alpha wolf.
Ah,
So yeah, just
the top of the chain, huh?
yes.
I
You see
take
how
this,
see guys how easy it is to stage a coup. Like it's beautiful.
and this
Oh,
is-
look, we have
what
a new visitor called Trillion. Hello, Trillion. Welcome to our channel. Please, you can suggest any topic. You know.
we're mainly right now talking about furries, so unless you're gonna suggest something, we're not gonna segue out of that. So more into the history of furries. Can you enlighten me and tell me more about it? Like, where are we headed right now with this furry phenomenon?
We are headed in a place where God isn't. That's all I can tell you.
That's hell. I don't want to go there. I mean, don't get me wrong. I
Wait,
would enjoy a good
hold on. Is
conversation with it,
Trillion? Wait, can Trillion even come back? Like,
I have no idea.
I don't know. Should I grace him with a link of mine?
I don't know. I mean, we're doing fine so far, don't you think?
I mean, we are. So, if you had a persona, what would it be?
That's a good question. I would see myself as a panda.
I thought
Right.
it would be a turkey.
A turkey, but I know that the persona mentality does not stick with fur only. It's weird and it goes deeper and deeper, but I feel I would start with a panda, then experiment with a turkey.
I don't want to tell you how that sounded like to me. What? See, Trillion keeps making fun of French people and their revolution. See, we win. We win at the end. We win. Welcome to Vive la Revolution, bitch.
I can't say anything, Trillion.
Fucking monarchist, fuck. Fuck the monarchy.
Yeah.
This is a republic now.
You sure love your kings, huh, Trillion? You want to be submissive, huh? Go wash your hand, you monarchist.
Want me to show you where the revolutionists put the baguette? Oh, I mean, okay, look. I think we made a mistake. The monarchy wasn't bad. It wasn't the monarchy. It was just one guy in the monarchy.
We need a monarchy. A monarchy is a symbol. The
Which
crown
of
is a
you-
symbol that we have to respect and follow.
Which of you is Napoleon? Huh? I had to restart the Wi-Fi. What the fuck was that? Why was only me? Like, did Yasha got kicked too?
I got kicked. I couldn't join.
Like, what happened?
Well, this is
I
all
mean-
Putin's work. It's Russian
So-
agents.
And we failed at the revolution yet again.
With that said, I heard the turkey talk, and please go on, Sir Fancy.
What are you gonna say about Daddy Erdogan, huh? What are you gonna say?
Erdogan.
I plead the fifth.
Cannot confirm, not deny anything.
Oh no, Erdogan pulled his troops pulled the migrants because of the corona.
Seriously?
Yes, he did. Dude,
I really do not envy that guy. Like, you have the history to be greater than, and you have the immigrants, and you don't know if you're Asian or Europe. Nobody likes you.
yeah, nobody
Almost
likes Turks. No, that's fact. The Arabs don't like the Turks, and the what do you call it? The Europeans don't like the Turks.
The Kurds.
Dude.
You want to mention
At
those?
some point, dude, at some point, Turkey will be so desperate to be counted either as Asian or European that South America will take them. They're South American now.
They throw it in the Amazons or something like that.
Yeah, we'll see a Turkey, Turksit, but
Yeah.
they're gonna blow up their fucking nation and just float it all the way out
It's
to the
funny
Mediterranean.
how after all of this, nobody wants Istanbul anymore.
I want to. It's called Constantinople. You filth. No.
Shut up.
Who
The
wants
Mehmet Thani-
Constantinople? Everybody's too busy with Jerusalem.
At this point, yeah. At this point, fucking yeah. I don't know. I don't know what Turkey's gonna do right now. I have no idea.
That's a great question. What is the next Turkey move?
Dab on them haters even more.
Go into the Black Sea.
Wait for Syria to dismantle fully?
Oh, I know. Mess with like they pulled out of Syria, so now it's time to go to Libya and continue that assault.
Oh,
Oh wait. Maybe move into Azerbaijan, maybe towards the Kurds, kill some more Kurds, extort some more money out of the EU. Maybe have small talk with Russia and China, sip some tea, support the Qatari, embargo. It's just everything that makes everybody hate.
They'll live the good old days and invade Austria.
Yeah, just this time with no winged hussars. To be fair, the Polish did send their winged hussars to the Greek border. And Bulgaria flooded the rivers, so the migrants would have a tougher time going to Greece. So, I mean, they're doing their part. The Balkan Crusades are, rejoining. The old team is back together.
so tell me
Anything
what's
against the
one
Turks.
thing right now happening? Why aren't there any invasions or anything
Honestly.
like that? Because the media is fully controlled right now, and people are at home, so they don't even have time to collect courage. So why nothing exciting is happening? Why? World tension.
You know what I think should happen? You know what I think should happen?
What?
I think governments should participate in April Fools. And to me, the best prank anybody could pull is that Germany, Italy, and Japan announce a new trade treaty between them, like a small union.
Funny enough, with the
That was funny. Fuck all of you.
No, it is funny.
Imagine.
Here's
Imagine that one day you open the news and Germany, Italy, and Japan are in a new union.
I get World War.
We would have laughed more if we didn't see the meme already. Just say
No,
just
it's
say.
not. It's not about seeing the meme.
It isn't a meme.
Abby, listen, Abby's son, listen to me.
It's a nickname. It's fine.
It's not far from the truth. Since UK pulled out, what stops them?
Dude, UK pulls out of Europe and then this happens. Yeah, that would be fucking scary.
Bring the glory back. Into the motherland, the Nazi army march. Let's do it.
No, here's the thing, right? I think if Germany is gonna make a comeback, at the world title, I don't think they're gonna ally with Japan and Italy this time. I think they've proven that they can't do shit.
They can ally with Sweden.
They're gonna ally with Sweden's son, Frankistan, and Russia.
These are bold words for someone in coup distance.
I mean.
Me and Fancy pulled it off. Well, we can pull it off again.
No, you can't. You can't. Do you know why?
Hi.
Because there's only one revolution.
Which is?
That's it. It happens once.
Dance revolution.
It happens once. Once it happens and you start chopping off heads, there's no coming back. All right?
We're still here.
Pretty sure like France had like 4 revolutions.
Did they? Didn't they have like one and the rest were just like civil wars over who gets to be in charge? And then other nations telling them, you're a democracy now. Okay.
Since you're my new since Tadalian, you're my new guest on my stream. I'll ask you the same question I asked my co-host. If you had a persona, what would it be?
Attack helicopter. That was lame.
That
sorry.
is that would be an illegal fursuit. Like you'd need a patent for that. You'd need a license.
And you need more to explain why that's a fursuit.
No, let me think. What would be my fursona?
No, that's a good question actually.
Let me think. I wouldn't have any attraction, so I'm just gonna choose an animal I like.
Exactly.
You'd be a young Gandalf.
I would pick the crow because crows are nice.
Oh my god, no!
What?
Why not?
You'd
don't
look like an
understand,
idiot in a fursuit.
Oh,
Okay.
Who doesn't
to
look
Motowa,
like an
that's-
idiot
that's
in a
logic to
fucking fursuit?
You know what? I'm looking this
That's
up.
not
I'm looking
actual
this up.
thought.
Crow fursuit. Holy shit, it exists.
Yes.
God,
Yes.
have it.
The
And
website-
it looks
it's-
so dumb.
Yeah, like all fursuits. Like who decided to make fursuits out of Teletubby plushies? Huh? Who
How
thought
did
that
it
was clever?
start? No. Look, the question is, how did it start, and why did it start? Did it start with bestiality? Is that how?
No.
No, it did.
Looney
It did
Tunes.
not start with bestiality.
covered this.
I am the historian of degeneracy here.
Okay.
It
Looney Tunes.
began actually, and a lot of people trace the history of it. You know that old Disney cartoon, Robin Hood? That's a fox.
Oh, yeah.
It happened during the time when a lot of teenagers got their sexual awakenings.
Okay.
And it was downhill from there.
Please, yes,
It went downhill from there.
I thought he would say like with the Egyptians because
No.
pharaohs and like
What?
the dog head thing and
No. I wish though. I wish.
it would have an actual history, like a deep
Speaking
history.
of Egypt, did they
I am
force-
Pharaoh. I am Pharaoh Amuwun the second.
I will ruin the second.
Did Egypt force Corona to step down? Did it work?
Glumps on the Jewish slaves. Ooh.
Oh,
No,
This
that would explain
hurts.
the mustache.
dude, this is the worst coup ever, man. This
And you
hurts.
wonder why the Jews are traumatized.
You wonder why nobody wants to talk about the concentration camps?
Wait, is that
Dude,
why?
Dude, someone subjects you to enough yif raves and you'll be a traumatized ethno existence. Trust me.
Wait. Is you like?
It's a war crime.
Is that why they call him the Pharaoh and not say his name?
Oh, so he's the
actually, pharaohs have 5 names for every level of
For every persona.
awareness. So basically for every persona, yes.
So I guess snake would be on the highest level, and then like sheep would be the lowest, or cow, just to spite the Indians.
Actually, no. The cow is sacred even in ancient Egypt.
Yes, because I remember
In ancient Egypt, every creature is sacred but Jews.
No, I like why were cows popular sacrifices back in the day? Like, what about the cow?
It's hard to maintain.
I guess,
It's delicious.
but you're not eating the cow; you're sacrificing it.
No, but here's the thing: you have one cow, and that's everything that you have. It gives you milk, it gives you butter, it gives you later on meat. So it's everything in your life. You're bound to see it as a god or see it as something.
Dude, it's Egypt. The only thing a cow gives is samuna shabah.
You think they work in stores, huh? Move ya basha.
Wee.
No, No, dude. I've been watching on Netflix BoJack Horseman, and this entire conversation is
How do you like it?
is but okay. The first season wasn't bad actually. Um, I'm into I think the second episode of the second season. I liked it enough to continue, which is good news. Curious to see where they take it though, because I thought, like from the looks of it, it looked like a one season thing, but now it's on season 6. So I'm curious whether they keep up the steam of the first season or not.
Uh, kind of. Like, I never had a problem with the show itself, just because the idea of the show.
Hollywood celebrity who's washed up. Um, you get to see their life and their. It's not bad. The writing is clever. I like the writing because it's clear that they've worked a lot on their material. The material is super refined. This is how I compliment shows, by the way, if I like them. I can't say, oh my G, it's amazing. Wah! Clearly, the sophistication of the structures of the interlaying cinematography tells you that it's a very good show. You know, that's how I compliment. I need help. It's the corona. It's making me stay at home. I don't like staying at home. Do you guys like staying at home?
No, and you clearly sound like you ran out of topics.
Yeah. You guys have any? I don't know. I don't want to talk about furries, but I don't have anything else to talk about.
Lose.
Furries
Just
are
like the
inevitable.
Evolution.
Wait, Arsan, you're the host right now, so technically this is your fault.
Oh yes. Well, I like to let my guests take the momentum. Freedom of speech, all of that. Okay, if you had to pick one fursuit to fuck, which one would it be? You caused this,
Why
not
does
me.
it have to be that question?
Yeah, Yasha, you've been quiet. Save me.
The second I heard fursuit, I just started doing my taxes. That's why.
No, help me! I can't.
Choose a human being.
Like,
From the old. I assume they have fur.
Neanderthal. That's my persona.
how long
Still a
will it
human.
take? How long will it take people to actually, like, those sex dolls will turn them into YIF dolls? How long? Huh? How long do we have? How many years?
Not long. Well, Shisma, since I'm an electrical engineer, I'm gonna tell you not long because electronics are getting cheaper and smaller. Do you know what does
Well,
that
as a
mean?
civil engineer, I disagree with you.
That means it's not long.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
but here's the problem. We're talking about sex dolls here, so smaller is the exact opposite of where we want to go.
What do you mean smaller?
I mean by smaller that the smaller.
It's a joke. Just move on. Just move on.
Yes.
I swear, the only revolutionary here is me.
No, the problem with things like this is you like, it's like, if I agree, I may turn into a YIF man. So maybe I should try and analyze it to get. Do you think that's gonna be a new Marvel superhero, YIF man?
YIF man. Why not?
Yeah, I think the trend is going right. They're appealing to everybody.
Is YIF man a new gender?
Did you just call them man? Did you call them man?
Is them?
Peterson, help. Where is he right now? I think Peterson is all up in Russia at the moment, getting treatment for whatever disease he has at the moment. Huh. Peterson has been out of the game for a year now, and I think he was taking antidepressants, and he had a bad response to one of the drugs, and then he went everywhere to get treatment, and the only place where he got any semblance of hope was from an experimental treatment in Russia.
I think they caught him and trying to learn from him.
Not learn from him. They're turning him into vodka right now.
Slowly refining him, huh?
The KGB 2.0 got him.
Putin bots and all that.
So does the new KGB still do what KGB is doing or used to be doing?
I think they do, but they're in China now.
No, and from very anonymous sources, I am told that the Russians still have the strongest spy network in the world, and they're everywhere. So I could be a Russian agent, as far as you're concerned.
Don't overestimate yourself.
I'm far too high to be just fucking. I'm probably head of KGB.
You're barely Rasputin's unknown cousin, Barry.
I think that's where the coronavirus came from. Rasputin's cousin Barry. Now, how did that happen? That's that's one of the things that make fiction not quite as interesting as history. How did Rasputin happen? And why is there a song about him? And why is it good? How are all these things together? I can't. Explain, meme historian. Why is Rasputin, lover of the Russian queen, good?
Well, according to my sources, it's big dick energy.
What? What?
Big dick energy.
Well, it doesn't make sense. What he said.
Does make sense.
Yeah, of course.
Do you know the small amount of dicks that can fuck a Tsarina without dying?
Fair enough.
Of cold, not of execution, anything, just of the cold.
Here's one thing we can talk about. The US elections.
Oh, please.
Why is Bernie still in the race?
He never counted on the corporations to begin with. He's running a grassroots campaign, so that's what he's counting on.
No, here's my theory. My theory is that he's in the race because he thinks that Joe's he's gonna die before the election happens. You already see it.
In all fairness, it's unwise to leave the race. I mean, given the last election, we know nothing is expected anymore. We don't know what's gonna happen.
Granted, if Bernie somehow squeezes in by some miracle or another, you think he has a shot against Trump at this point?
Maybe, because ironically, because of Corona, it will bring a discussion about healthcare. So Bernie will be in his zone.
But Corona has been doing wonders for Trump's PR. His polls are out of whack. They're sky high at the moment because people keep seeing
He won't attack Trump for Corona. He will say, look at the corporations trying to profit off of it and see how inefficient our healthcare system. It costs this amount of money to get yourself checked. People are not even checking themselves. And elect me so I can take care of these pharmaceuticals.
I mean, judging by his debate with Biden about the coronavirus, I don't think he has any solutions that are effective.
Not solutions. but he's like the greed of the pharmaceuticals. I'm not saying it's a good argument. I'm saying it will resonate with a lot of people. It's the right time for it.
Will it?
Yes. Yes.
I mean, Trump can be like more toilet paper, and the people would react to that better, don't you think?
You asked, does he have a shot? I said yes.
Yeah, fair enough. Now, here's why I think Bernie doesn't have a shot, personally. Is because I know he's going to bring up China and Cuba at some point, and that will be his downfall, just like it was his downfall with Biden. He just can't keep his bloody mouth shut.
Well, Trump cannot keep his mouth shut. We
Yes,
just need that the people who vote for Bernie not care about what he says, the same way Trump voters didn't care about what he said. You know, it's like Bill Burr, you know, Trump said, you know, there were 3 things a week that would torpedo any guy's campaign, but his voters didn't care. If Bernie can pull that off, definitely.
Yes, but the difference is the people who vote for Trump were people like way back when were people outside the circle. We're talking about moderates here, and who are they gonna swing to? And if Bernie brings out Cuba and he brings out fucking China, the moderates will be like, "Fuck that! I'm voting Trump."
I think he has a shot. That's all I'll say. I think he has a shot. It is a big thing to say he has no shot. No, he has a shot. How likely of a shot it is, that's up to debate. But I think he's the only Democratic candidate that has a shot.
That's fair enough. That is fair enough, because if Biden runs, we might as well just elect Trump right now for the second office.
But Biden is Hillary too. Pandering, shitty policies, shady history. It's Hillary too.
Dude, like a lot of, I think Biden got Me Too'd last week. People were coming
That's
out
the
like,
thing, you cannot fucking catch a scandal on fucking Bernie. It's amazing. Like, I assume this guy is a eunuch. Like, he's a eunuch and with no liver, so he cannot drink. And he's like homeless. Like, it's pathologically, like, you know, he's pathologically clean.
I don't think he's a eunuch. I just think he's Jew. and that comes with its own tools, you know, with its own perks. One of them being
usually Jewish people have their own scandals. Usually have to do with money. That guy doesn't even have his biggest scandal. Oh, he said millionaires, but he is a millionaire, which is a weak argument because Bernie never said that millionaires are bad. He just said they need to pay their fair share. So even that is a weak argument.
No, he stopped calling people. That's the thing. That's what people have a problem with.
Dude, you there is no utopian politician. If you're doing politics, you have to do PR, you have to, you know, to say certain things. Any person, no matter who clean it is, you know, it doesn't happen. You know, the age of Rome, where someone stands up in the fucking Senate or whatever and says a one-liner and everybody cheers and his clout increases, is dead. You have to be careful. And I don't blame them. I don't blame him. Because, Republicans are vicious. The same way Democrats are vicious. They don't have integrity. They want the other guy losing. They'll use anything at their disposal. So both parties have to be careful. It's not an argument. It's not an argument.
No, here's the thing, right? In my opinion, with Bernie, what he said when it comes to what people have a problem with is that he stopped calling out the millionaires when he became one. But that's not what I like to focus on. There's another one, and I'm not saying they're strong, but I'm proposing them here. The other one was when he said that the people should be paid a specific amount as minimum wage, and he wasn't paying his employees that amount. And everybody's like, okay, how about you pay your employees that amount so we know you're serious? And he didn't do it. So people are like, are you a hypocrite? Are you classic socialist who's like, you know, government should pay money. Okay, contribute. No.
Again, it's bad PR. I'm not gonna deny that Bernie did a lot of stupid moves. If anything, his downfall is his stupidity. Because, okay, you know, like, dude, Bernie is running a fucking grassroots campaign. You know what that is?
No, what is that?
No corporation backing. Purely by people vote. People donations. Honestly, he shouldn't pay. He shouldn't pay them. Not yet.
I mean, he should at least address it. That's one thing. And whenever a Bernie scandal comes out, you know, his his people start spouting ultra commie nonsense or whatever, which he isn't for. He doesn't tell them to shut up, and he doesn't tell them to. He doesn't punish them or fire them. He just lets them
Again,
be.
stupidity. I am not. This argument has not been about is Bernie good or not. The argument is, does he have a shot? And does he really have big scandals on him? I don't think so.
Well,
He is starting to
doesn't have-
worry me. I'm basically one step away from not supporting him, because you know it's a quota. Once you fulfill a quota of red flags, then I don't support you. So he's
see
getting
him
super
endorsing.
close.
See him endorsing Biden once he loses. Because that's what the Democrats do. Like, Orange Man bad. Anything better than Orange Man. They keep doing that. And Bernie did it last time, and he's going to do it this time. Once he loses,
Yeah.
which I predict, because he's already lost to Biden somehow. I don't know how. That's the thing. How do you lose to a guy who mumbles midstream? Like the modern politics is
Wait,
literally.
who
This is what
lost to
happened.
who? Who lost to who?
Biden is winning states and Bernieism, and it's almost decided at this point that the Biden is the candidate unless Bernie pulls something out of his ass. Which is why I made maybe Bernie is still in the race because he's waiting for Biden to die because he's seeing it coming. That's why I said that. It's because the odds of him winning right now are extremely low. Or
I don't think so. I think it's a matter of fucking principle.
no, it's a matter of numbers.
Because Bernie is a very naive person, very principled, all of that. So he's like, I don't want to fail the people. I want to keep doing it till the end. That is a factor. Just how Bernie romanticizes a lot of things. So take it into consideration.
I am, and that's why I don't think he'll make good president, and that's why he should just be a senator. His ideals are good for talking and addressing a president, not being a president. I think he should stop on that idea and just serve from his position. He will be remembered. He doesn't need to be president.
I don't think it's about him being remembered. I think, I don't know. We already discussed Bernie 5 times, dude.
Well, yeah. Okay. Judging by the fact that we don't have much topics, I guess we'll wrap it up early today. Closing remarks, everybody?
Bye.
Update on a previous closing remark. I think Montejack is the best cheese. It has to do with more of the depth of flavor. You know what I mean? Fuck you and your fursuits.
Alassane?
That is still the least cheesiest thing you said ever. But yeah, as my final remarks, I would like to welcome our guests, Trillian, Yasha, and Fancy. I mean, no, Fancy, in all fairness, is a co-host. And I would like to remind our viewers that there will be an UO stream tomorrow, which you guys can discuss your personas and everything. And remember, ask not what the revolution can do for you, but ask what you can do for the revolution. Vive la France.
On that note, thank you guys for showing up. Thank you guys, viewers, for showing up. And hopefully next time I don't have to go and get my hair out of quarantine. Um,
Oh, how was it, by the way?
oh, it's been it's still traumatized. And,
I heard,
you know,
I heard you picked up your hair, but you guys still broke up.
on that note, thank you guys for showing up. See you on the next one.